Hello everyone, this is Survivor underscore game speaking, and I will now be doing a review of the first episode of Survivor Fiji, which I am hosting right now, but by the time you're seeing this, it will already be done, and there will already be a winner. But for this series, I'm going to be going through episode by episode as it's happening, talking about who's doing what's happening, who I think has the best chance of winning, and who I think is going to be going out next, and then just general predictions that I have, and maybe what I want to happen as well, even though I'm not rigging it in any way. So let's see. So castaways first got dropped on the beach, 11 per tribe, Moto and Ravu. Let's see. I'm gonna go through every player and say generally kind of what they did. So we got Russell, aka at JLaw Nikki 93. He was making honestly a lot of he went out fast trying to make a lot of alliances, but he did have some suspicion by Corinne. Corinne said, see if I can find it, regarding Russell. Corinne said, "LOL, I'm getting rid of Russell as soon as I can. He really thinks he's just out here running shit." So that could see that's a difference I'm gonna make, or that's a comparison I'm gonna make in a few seconds. Russell from Moto and Adam from Ravu did similar things. They both went and tried to make an alliance with pretty much everyone, or almost like more so Adam than Russell. Russell actually didn't. I don't think he tried to make an alliance with everyone. Adam really went after so many people right off the bat. I was surprised. The thing is with Adam, everyone I think trusts Adam a lot, but with Russell, he did get some suspicion from some people and they kind of wanted, especially Corinne. Going forward, we have Sean K. He got in. This is from actually. I'll go Moto. I'll do all Moto first. We have Godish 3, aka Hayden. In this episode, he didn't do much. On like from his perception, I'm sure he thinks he's doing a lot, but this cast is active. There's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff, so like you really have to be doing a lot to be considered to be doing a lot in like this season. So like Hayden, he's doing an average amount of stuff. He did make some connections. He's talking to people, but he has a bunch of low tier connections in my opinion that I don't know how long they're gonna last. I mean, they'll probably last a while, but like if he had anything to do with it, but I think there's stronger connections that will overpower the connections that he has. Next we have Dan at Donnie.sz. He is on a bad position right now on Moto. He got added to one alliance called Allies. He hasn't made any DMs himself. The Allies group chat is like 4 or 5 people, and that could end up working for, like if that works for a tribal or two, then he might be in a good position after that, but that's just by luck. He hasn't done anything by himself. I am concerned with him because if they lose, then the people who aren't in that one Allies chat could easily go after him for just because they don't know about him. They just don't know anything about him. They think he's just a inactive guy. That's what I think about Dan. Next we have Ramona, past winner at Theronable or Theron. I always call him Theronabel, even though I know it's Theronable. Whatever. Ramona, she, or I mean it's a guy. I feel weird saying she when I know it's actually a guy. But anyway, Ramona, she hasn't really been doing too much honestly, but that's kind of what Theronabel does. Like they won season one. Season one was really bad. I'm pretty sure they just won season one by not stirring up anything, which is what Ramona does really well. She has an incredible track record in my seasons. She never goes home early. She always lasts a long time. Although I do remember her previously doing more stuff, but this is just episode one. Theronabel hasn't done that much. She might like I don't. She's in very little alliance chats honestly. That's all I gotta say about her. We have Alicia, Crackhead Cameron. Alicia started off really slow. She was one of the last people to get on, like on the beach. Like, if you're just considering being active on the beach, she was one of the last people to get on. Since then, she made the Queens alliance with, or she didn't make it. I think Corinne made that with Alicia and Hope because they were the only women on Moto. They made a Queens alliance. That honestly, in my opinion, I think that is gonna run. I think the Queens alliance is gonna run Moto once Moto loses. That's really the only big state. It's only three people, but that's like the only stable kind of group on Moto. Because like Allies was created, but like that was made out of nothing. In my opinion, that was just made out of like one person, Hope. I think it was. She just kind of made an alliance out of random people that she didn't talk to. So that is very loose, even though it's bigger. The Queen's alliance seems tight because they have that like female bond. Um, so yeah, I guess I think that's gonna go pretty far. Next we have Matt, aka Iconic Mark 2020. He's from Australia. He's played before. He's pretty good. This time he's doing. I mean, he always plays. He always plays. I think the same, but it's pretty good. He just kind of makes himself known. He proves himself to be active, and that pretty much gets him decently far. I think every time. He's only played twice, but like he gets past votes. He survives votes pretty good. He makes himself known. He talks to a lot of people. Although I think he's in the Allies alliance. I don't know what else bigger he has right now. Like I obviously I'm the host. I can see everything, but it's hard to keep track of every alliance chat that there is. I get them mixed up, and I often focus on one tribe specifically when I know that they're strategizing more than the other. I like to like focus on that tribe and kind of look at all the details of that one. And Ravu is strategizing way more than Moto right now. Even though, like, not to say Moto isn't strategizing, Ravu is just it's way more because of Adam. He's going wild. I'll talk about Adam in a bit. But yeah, Moto Matthew. He's one of the top strategizers on Moto. I'd say the top strategizers on Moto are Matt, Russell, and Corinne. That's definitely the top three. Corinne wants to take out Matt and Russell. So she is already on top of that because out of those top three people, Corinne, Matt, and Russell, Corinne's the only one right now with an actual agenda to take out one of the other ones. So that's what I'm thinking about that. I think Corinne is probably going to outlast Matt and Russell if she's in the same vote as they are. Maybe if like they both last a bit and then there's tribe swap, I don't know what could happen. But if Moto gets like pummeled at the challenges and they just lose, I think she's going to outlast them both. Next up we have Corinne. I already spoke a lot about her. She's a past winner. She did really good. Um, this season she is making some bonds with multiple people. Some people aren't responding to her that much. But like for example, she had a chat with Sean R. Let me see if I can find that. It's honestly a dead chat. It's not an active alliance chat. I can check it really quick. Okay. ICAX Reality and Diego. So the chat is only it says hey by Corinne. Sean says what's up. Corinne says I don't know, just thought I'd reach out. She says I'm so excited to play this game. Then Diego says same, haha. They have not talked since. I mean, it's not that big of a deal because they didn't lose the challenge, but still, like that's the extent of some of her conversations that's going right now. So I think she has a strong bond in the Queens chat in the Queens alliance, but other than that, she might be lacking a bit. I don't know. I mean to be honest, Moto isn't the most strategic tribe. They have a lot of people that aren't doing much right now, but like I said before, the people who are considered aren't doing much right now are doing an average amount compared to my past seasons. So because everyone's doing a lot. Corinne, that's what I'm saying about Corinne. Next is Sean R. He is also, in my opinion, at a bad spot on Moto. He is not doing much. He's a past player. He's played a few times. He's good at the challenges, in my opinion. But like he's not. He's one of those players who's not going to strategize heavily unless he has to. He's not going to build up connections. He's going to make connections at the beach. Like after they lose the challenge, he's going to go right from there. He's not going to pre-make alliances like everyone should. He's just not going to do that. I guess it doesn't feel like he needs to, but that's a problem with him. I think it's going to bite him. I've heard people say that he's inactive because he just hasn't talked to him yet. That's the big thing. You have to talk to people. Okay, I'm going to go back to this before. I said that Dan was in a bad spot on Moto because he hasn't done anything. He's actually talked in the group chat to make himself known. That's a great strategy if you're like planning on not actually talking to people much until you lose. That's a great strategy just to talk in the group chat. That makes people think even subconsciously that you're active. So Dan actually has an edge over Sean. So far Sean is on the worst position on Moto. Next we have Yule. Yule is in the same category as Sean and Dan, as they haven't made much alliance chats. Although Yule is leading them right now in talking, I guess. Yule does have a one alliance chat, or maybe a few, mainly with one guy. I think it's Russell. I think him and Russell did talk, but of course that alliance was started by Russell. Russell was the one that approached him first. However, Yule made a shocking move. He found the idol before I even posted the clue. So when I posted that clue on like day 2 of the game, he already found it, and all of you guys were searching. You guys were accusing each other of having the idol when he was the one that already had it before I even posted the clue. So you guys all got tricked by that. I mean, I had to post the clue anyway. I already said I was gonna post it, so you can't get me on that. He's just too good. Yule, I think, is in a good position right now just because of the idol. He seems like a smart enough player, even though he's not talking much right now. We're just gonna have to see where that goes with Moto. I already talked about Hope a little bit. Icon's reality. She's not the most active person, but she does have her little quick moments of talkativeness that she goes through. She has, I think she's talked to a few people. She's talked to, again, I can't say names exactly right now because I don't remember. I feel like everyone talks to a lot of people, so I can't sit here and say exactly what her main connections are, besides from like the Queen's Alliance. But that's all I can say about Hope right now. She's talking to the Queens. She's like, oh, I think she's also the person that made the allies chat, which is weird. So I don't know. I think she's closer to the Queens, but she might actually she might have more stock in the allies. I'm not sure. Last up on Moto is Rob. He's a past very good player. I mean, I'm not gonna say very good. He's a past good player. He makes it far, but like he does have his shortcomings, which last season it was just his kind of like way of trying to save himself when he knew he was gonna go home. He kind of like started guilt tripping everyone, which isn't really a good strategy. I'm sure he might be kind of sad I said that about him, but he's still a great player. He comes back over and over, so I like that. This time he honestly is one of the most inactive people on Moto, which is saying something considering that he is usually a pretty active guy. Again, this is just a couple days so far into the season, so I don't know much about activeness yet, but people probably pick it up. Right now, he has a couple alliance chats, nothing special to say about Rob right now. Okay, I'm just going to do a few seconds of silence. Next up, we have the Ravu tribe, which I'll be getting into. Ravu is definitely the most strategic tribe right now. Even before they lost the challenge, this tribe is the tribe to watch in terms of strategy. First up, you have Sean K. Sean K is an OG player, played in Season 1. Right now, he's in a very good position. He is aligned with Adam, who I'll talk about next. And he's like he's Adam's right-hand man right now, which is crucial. It's crucial to be close to Adam right now. I'm just gonna skip over Sean K right now. I'm gonna go to Adam. Adam is playing the hardest right now, and he is everywhere. Everyone thinks that they're super close to Adam, because he went out to everyone right at the beginning and said, like, "What's up?" And then he specifically told everyone, "I have not talked to anyone else but you," which I'm surprised no one saw through that. I mean, obviously he's not gonna talk to everyone else, or he's not gonna talk to anyone else but them. Like he's gonna. I don't know. No one saw through that. He told everyone they were the only person, but that's not true. He talked to, I think, every single person on the tribe, and then later he kind of solidified that alliance with Sean K and Sue on Ravu. That's what I think that's the tightest trio, or the tightest trio on Ravu is Sue, Adam, and Sean K. And then the fourth person is Sophie, and it's actually like a fivesome. It's Sue, Adam, Sean, Sophie, and Tommy. I think that's a 5. I think that's a 5 some they have. Like the 5, I think that's the 5 amigos. They have a chat called the 5 amigos. Let me check on that. Okay. Oh god, where is it? Where are the amigos? Oh, 5 amigos. The 5 amigos is no, the 5 amigos. Sophie's not in that. It's actually Joe. Joe's a very quiet player so far right now. I think it's honestly me. I think I'm overlooking Joe. I think Joe is in more places than I think. I'm just kind of don't pay attention to him at all. I don't know. I'll pay attention to him later when he starts actually mattering. But right now, he is in the 5 amigos. He's wheeling and dealing like the best of them, but not much to say about Joe. I'll go back to Sue Wuppenheimer, past winner. She is really tight with Sean, and Sean is really tight with Adam. I think that boosts up Sue's uh, like importance in this game so right now. But it is bad that Sue is one of the most inactive people on Ravu. Um, yeah. But again, Adam, if you're close to Adam, you're doing good in this game. Because everyone thinks they're close to Adam, but it's all about who's truly close to Adam. Sean K is truly close to Adam. I could see Sean K going super far because Adam's obviously the head of that alliance, and for the opposing alliance, they're gonna want to take down Adam before they take down Sean K, and then that'll, if they do that successfully, that'll give Sean an extra day to regroup himself. So I'm gonna say Adam and Sean K are in the best positions right now on Ravu. Next we have Michelle Ashley Grace 2008. She is on a terrible. She's out of terrible position, honestly. She's the most inactive person on Ravu, and she's not active. That's all I gotta say about Michelle. I'm gonna skip over Michelle because she's not doing anything. Like honestly, I mean, she's made like a chat or two. I don't know. She's like irrelevant at this point. Next we have Sophie, which this is kind of funny. Mr. Noah F is Sophie. That's not the funny part. The funny part is he was one of the only people active when I dropped the idol clue. And after that, everyone kind of went around to everyone saying, I don't have the idol. Host said that someone else already found it. And then Sophie was like the last person to announce to everyone else that like she didn't have the idol. So everyone thinks that she has the idol because apparently like everyone's saying, oh, she's the only other person that was on when the host dropped the idol clue, so she has to have it. Little do they know that Yule found it the day before. So right now everyone's accusing Sophie of having the idol even though she doesn't. I could see Sophie going home because of that, because honestly the mistrust in the Ravu tribe to Sophie is growing right now because everyone thinks Sophie has the idol and she's not telling me what the heck is going on. So Sophie's position is low on Ravu. She could be one of the next to go due to just getting some risk out of the game. Next we have Ozzy. Ozzy is a great player from my past 2 seasons. He plays super hard. However, this time he was inactive for like the entire first day. This is like the day I started the game, so not the day of the first challenge, just the beginning, which you might not think matters because like nothing really happens, but pretty much every alliance got made before Ozzy even stepped on the beach. He is doing a pretty good job of intervening his way in. He made an alliance with Bob, even though Bob got voted out. I'll talk about Bob in a minute because I have to talk about the boot. But Ozzy, he's honestly in a poor position. He's good at challenges, which could keep him in, but like he's not in any main alliance on Ravu. He thinks he is. I think he thinks that he made this kind of threesome, but like it's a poor threesome. It's really not going to go anywhere in my opinion. I think Ozzy is on a poor spot just because he has no real connection to Adam, and Adam right now is pulling all the strings. I think whatever Adam says goes. So that's my talk about Ozzy. Next we have Tommy, aka Harrison Berkowitz, 2003. I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest here. Tommy confuses me, cause sometimes he has moments of smart. Other times I'm like Tommy, what are you saying right now? So far he seems like he's in a great position, but he talks himself into these holes. Like he's in an alliance chat with Nick, and he says in the chat we should split the votes between Bob and Nick. Like, where's your head at, dude? You need to be paying attention to these things. I don't think that's mean to say. You need to pay attention to who's in the chat that you're talking to. So yeah, that was a huge fail. That brings Tommy down. But what keeps Tommy in the game is he's very close to Adam and Sean. So that is a very good thing going for Adam. I think he's safe just because of that, honestly. Like, that connection is going to last him in this game, even though he might not be the most aware player. That's what I got to say about Tommy. Next we have Rick, aka CJ, Perlis. Rick is one of the biggest wild cards in this game. I don't know much about Rick right now. He hasn't made too many waves. I see him in a lot of alliance chats, or a lot of like one-on-one chats. But that's all I really got for Rick right now. I see him a lot, but I feel like all the chats that he's in, like they're just short. Like none of them are full-fledged. Like, okay, what are we gonna do? I feel like he's kind of like a one sentence back to one sentence kind of chat guy. I feel like no one's really making big plans with him. We have this chat called Connor Jordan. I'm reading it right now. He's actually, I mean, this is a pretty big alliance chat between two people. Of course, it's between Adam and Rick. Adam likes leading these conversations because he's everywhere. Everyone knows Adam. I'm reading it right now. I mean, it's pretty much a chat with Adam and Rick, with Adam leading the way. Adam's pretty much saying, "Okay, what do you want to do? Actually, here's what I want to do," and it's fine. It's working out for him. That's what I gotta say about Rick. I'm gonna say big things are about to come from Rick. Right now, I have nothing. Nick, finally, Nick is the last person. Survivor fan for life. He's in a very interesting position because he was one of the first targets from Adam and Sean. They kind of said, "I don't trust Nick," like right at the beginning. But since then, he's kind of worked his way in with them, and he's in a final three group chat with Sean and Adam. And I'm not a master at knowing exactly what's happening right now, but if I were to guess, I think that's kind of a fake final three between Sean and Adam. Adam and Sean, I think that Nick is like at the bottom of the Amigos. I think when it comes down to it, he's going to be the first person voted out of the Amigos because of that initial distrust that he set off for really no reason. I'm pretty like when I was reading that, I was like, because at first it was like Adam saying, "Man, this Sean guy, or I mean, man, this Nick guy is giving me weird vibes," and I'm just like sitting there reading that, and I'm like, I just have no idea why, like where that's coming from. I was reading the chat that he was like referencing. I'm like, this seems like a normal guy to me. Whatever, they think he's a threat, so that puts him at the bottom. That goes for Ravu. That's it for Ravu, I think. Next, we get to the Idol Clue. I already talked about that. Yule fooled everyone, and it caused Idol chaos. Everyone thinks that the other tribe has it or that Sophie has it. Next up, we have the challenge, which was an amazing challenge. The flag challenge is always a classic. We had, I mean, I can't get over how good of a challenge this was. Like, just because of what happened. Like Ravu blew a 4-0 lead. Like, you can't make that up. First challenge, a 4-0 lead. Like, they had to get one more point, but they failed every time. That's just hilarious. They end up going to tribal. It's a pretty easy tribal. Like, I love like when a challenge ends with like an explosion of DMs I'm getting just because everyone's strategizing at the same time. But it ended relatively quickly. I'd say it lasted about 40 minutes. I'd say of strategizing. Pretty much what it was Adam, Sean decided on Bob. Then they just spread the word from there, mainly through Adam. Adam pretty much spread it to the Amigos. He spread it to every Alliance chat, and then those people spread it to their like buddies. And then Bob was the consensus vote, 10-1. First person voted out of Survivor Fiji is Bob. Wow, that is episode 1. Now for who I think is in the best position, who I think is in the worst. I already kind of went over it, but I'll say it again. I'm going to say top 5 best and the bottom 2. This is in no order. I mean, maybe it is. I'll try to make it in a semi-order. Number 1 is Adam. Number 2 is Sean. Number 3 is Corinne. Number 4 is going to be Yule because of that idol. And number 5 is going to be... Yikes. I mean, if I'm just going on purely who I think has no chance of going home next, I'm going to say... Wow, that's a hard one. I'm not even going to say a 5th because no one else is as solidified as those people. We have Adam, Sean, Corinne, and Yule. Those are the top 4. Bottom 2, definitely Sean, and definitely... I mean, by Sean, I mean Sean R. Sean Rector on Moto. He's on the bottom. As well as... Oh, yeah, obviously Michelle. Because everyone on Review is annoyed by Michelle. As well am I right now because she's really not doing a single thing. I mean, this is for $40. I don't really get how you're not going to do anything. I guess you're too busy in quarantine. I mean, it's like... your username is AshleyGrace2008. That means like you're like 12 years old. So I don't know what else you're doing besides playing for $40 on this Instagram game. Whatever. I guess you're doing something else important. That's episode 1. Predictions. I'm gonna predict if Ravu loses, it's Michelle. If Moto loses, that's really up in the air because they have a lot of solidifying to do. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Sean R though. I think Diego Rod 6 is going to go home if Moto loses. That's all I got to say for episode 1. I'll catch you guys later for episode 2. See ya.